So yeah, I wanted to edit up the Marine One video last night, but as you probably figured out, there was a fire alarm in my building. False alarm, but still it disrupted my watching of the Oscars. Thank God. Anyway, a lot of you have been sending me emails saying, what's up with the White House lawn? I've heard that the White House lawn is all filled with weeds, the grass isn't being cut, it's just a total mess. And I've never seen that. What I have seen is that the Ellipse and Lafayette Park are kind of messed up, but you know, I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to show you. So let's go down to the White House. I'll do my best to show you the White House lawn, maybe the executive office building, which is next to the White House, because you can probably get a lot closer than that than I can get to the White House. And then we'll go explore a little bit.
Oh, these are new. They've got these Lime scooters. I can just download, I could just ride that, but I have to wear a helmet. And well, that's no fun. So let's go see if we can find a bike. Looks like we got one electric today. That's good enough for me. To the White House. It's kind of cool today. It's about 52 Fahrenheit. It's like, what, 15 Celsius, 16 Celsius, something like that. No, a little colder than that. Sunny though. Pretty day. Let's make our way down Mass Avenue, I think. Boy, that's a lot of speed bumps. I don't really like speed bumps. I like them in my cars, and I really don't like them on a bike. Alright, so we're going to head down Mass Avenue again, which is going to be boring because I go down it all the time. But maybe it'll be something interesting today. 32nd and Garfield, and we're going to turn right here on Red on Cleveland. This guy's got a bunch of puppies. Look at all those puppies. Got like a whole bunch of puppies. This next property is closed. This is the Australian ambassador's house. Here on the right up there is the Aussie ambassador. Very nice place. My God, these sidewalks, they're kind of crazy. Wow, look at all these flowers. Whee! Pink one's here. All right, back on the road. Oof, oof. Oh. They're coming after me for running a red light? Maybe. Nope, you want somebody else. Woo! And we're going over the Rock Creek Parkway right now on the Connecticut Avenue Bridge. It's really quite pretty up here. It's a heck of a long way to go down. I wonder where the cop is going. He's going down Connecticut. Doesn't seem to be in that much of a hurry. That bridge over there is the Duke Ellington Bridge. That goes into Adams Morgan. So down here you see the U.S. Park Police Mounted Division stables, and also where they train their horses. And we got another cop coming. They really are upset about those stop signs. I think I can shake them though. Yeah? Let's just get a little distance between me and him. I guess I could always hide in the trees. Let's see. He's going to be here in a second. This is the old Chinese embassy on my right, by the way. We're in Kalorama Circle. I hear a helicopter too. Two of them. One, he doesn't have his lights on. He's just going for the ride. But they're not after me, which is a good thing. Special operations. Fire department special ops. Oh, they got that. Oh, it's a fire, all right. I just got an alert. Let me see what it says. fire in bedroom extinguished. So let's just come over to the White House. That's where we had set out to go in the first place. So we're over by the White House. Let's get rid of this bike. We can get another one if we need it. I didn't jock. Try again. Did it dock? No. There we go. Now it's done. Let's see how close we can get so I can give you that picture that you want. So we're in Lafayette Park right now. Lafayette Park is supposed to be just a park across from the White House grounds. It's not considered part of the White House per se. And how's the gland here? It's a mess. I mean, there's brown spotches, there's weeds, there's all this. This has been under a fence since basically George Floyd's time, the George Floyd protests. So it's been kind of Now, the White House itself, though, it's on behind that other fence. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you what the grass looks like over there. So, yeah, you can see Lafayette Park. The grass is all kind of weedy and overgrown. But when you go over to the other side, the White House lawn itself, it's much better manicured, much better maintained. It's not filled with weeds or bare spots. The White House lawn itself is, well, very nice. Very, very nice. Let me see if I can get another view. Let's go around this fence line here. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. This place burned. So this is the public restroom in Lafayette Park. And if I remember right, it did have a fire. I don't know if it was part of the George Floyd protests or something else, but yeah, this place got torched. Because there was a pyro. There's a guy also tried to burn that church down, and he lit a fire in a bookcase in the basement, but other people put it out before it spread to that historic, almost 200-year-old church. All right, so this is going to be kind of tricky to do this video with this woman screaming, whatever she's screaming.
And repentance to be described as full of going down the road.
Let's see.
Recognizing they're on the wrong path and turning around and going the way God wants you to go.
So, yeah, you can almost see the difference between the lawn here, which is weed infested and bare, and then the grass over there, which is much better maintained, much better. So we're gonna go around.
When you have God's Son Jesus, you'll be a friend that sticks closer than a brother. He came that we might have life.
She's actually running for president on like the evangelical ticket. What's this protest? No idea what that protest is. Here we have another view. Maybe this is better. But there you can see the White House lawn. Pretty good condition. There's one brown spot over there. I don't know what that is. Over here to the West Wing and the Marine. We can't see the Marine because of this tree. There's a bunch of trees here. We can take a look at these trees because you guys are also asking about like whether the trees looked like they were not being taken care of. Let's see what we can do from here. So there are a bunch of trees, but I thought they actually put mulch at the bottom of the trees over on the other side of that fence, but I can't make it out from here. Not much in the West Wing right now. So this is the Eisenhower Executive Building next to the White House. It's part of the White House grounds, but you can see the grass is really well maintained. Flowers, bushes. The trees are mulched with a nice powder. And I really don't see many weeds at all. So this is the back of the Eisenhower Building, and again, the lawn is very well maintained here. I mean, seriously, I wish my grass was this green. Oh. I think I see a weed. Those yellow flowers. Aren't those yellow flowers some sort of weed? Okay. Not weed free. So now we're down in the 1st Infantry Division Memorial. This is outside the White House grounds. It's still part of the secure area, But you can see this is maintained by the Department of the Interior, I think, the Park Service, and it's a much lower priority than the White House grounds. So if you look closely here, it's filled with weeds and it's not well mowed, and heck, there's some other stuff, dandelions growing over there. Yeah, it's a different set of maintenance than the White House itself. Pretty flowers though. Flowers are pretty, even if the grass is a mess, filled with weeds. Here we can cut through the Ellipse. So the White House Ellipse, again, is not technically part of the White House grounds. It's kind of been seized by the Secret Service as White House property, but it's not maintained with the same budget as the White House is maintained. And as a result, the grass is a mess. Grass is filled with weeds. It's not really cut that nicely. Kind of like, it's a big area. I thought I read it was like over 100 acres. So it's not like they have the time or the money to pay attention to it like they do the White House grounds. And over here is where the helicopter landed yesterday and Friday and Saturday. The helicopter actually lands out here. Oh, interesting. There is some paint out here. I wonder if this is the new landing zone. Wouldn't surprise me. I bet this is it. I bet this is the red dot that they aim for when Marine One comes into the Ellipse landing zone. Is there another one? There might be another dot somewhere. Maybe. Let's see if we can take a picture of this. This is about where he was. I was standing over there. That's why I was taking my photo from. And that could be the helicopter landing zone. I'm going to send that over to a military air chat group and see if they can confirm or deny. It could just be a utility mark too. You know, I don't think I can get over the fence and show you guys the south lawn. Maybe if I come down here and stand on something, I can try to show you the grass on the south lawn. The fence is pretty high. I need like a selfie stick. I can't get over the fence with my camera, so you can't really see the grass on this side. Oh well. More planes. All right, let's go down over the Washington Monument. Maybe we'll get another bike and drive like maniacs. What is today? Monday. My favorite fried chicken place is closed today. Bummer. Maybe we'll get something else. Hey guys, we're back on a bicycle and I'm kind of hungry. So I think we're gonna go to Virginia and get some lunch today. Ruined that guy's shot. Such is life. So we'll ride up here to the Washington Monument, come down the other side. Oh, it's windy up here. It's always windy up here. I think this is why everybody flies kites up here. All right, let's go down this hill. Can I time this so I hit the light just perfectly? Then again, does it really matter? Nope. I did time it perfectly. There were no cars. Vroom. Alrighty, we're going down behind the World War II. We're on the Pacific side. And let's go do the whole Forrest Gump Jenny thing on the reflecting pool here. Maybe we'll see some baby ducks. It is baby duck time, though I haven't seen any lately. There's less people on the other side, so we'll go over to the other side. So earlier today we showed you the Mounted Division's headquarters, and now we actually see a mounted guy. I don't really see him do much more than ride. Pretty horse. Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up. It's a big tour group here. So there you can see that way. These people brought their own carpet. On your left? He didn't seem to care. And behind the Lincoln. Now it's going to get windy because we got to go over this great bridge, but great but noisy. There's the Potomac looking towards National Airport. Reagan National is down there. The Pentagon is down there too. And up to my right is Georgetown. In fact, way in the distance, you can see the National Cathedral where we started our bike ride today. I got to get back there later. That'll be a bit of a hike. Now we've got to go over to the right, I think. It's like a shuttle bus. The subway is broken right now. They're fixing the subway station, so there's like a shuttle bus service. Who are these? The hiker. The Cuban Spanish-American War veterans. A lot of Civil War soldiers coming up on the other side of this fence. I'm not sure where these were. These are World War I or World War II. Section 60 is the current burials. These are the guys from Afghanistan and Iraq. Some of the youngest guys going into this thing, they just passed away in the last few years in active duty. It said Section 60 is the rawest of emotions in Arlington Cemetery, as the losses were so recent and so personal to the living. Whereas others, some are veterans who have lived fulfilling lives, rewarding lives, and later come back to be interned with their mates. But Section 60 is the young guys, the guys who didn't have a chance to fully live their lives. And that's back on the other side of the cemetery. He's going to the bike lane. This is actually one of my favorite views of the city. Late at night, come out here, see the monuments all lined up with the Capitol. It's actually a really good view at nighttime. And in we go.
Sandwich.
All right. So that was a pretty yummy lunch. Gave me a moment to just relax a bit, recover some energy from biking up this hill. And more importantly than that, it brought me over here because this is kind of cool. This is actually really cool and something that everyone should see. This is a parking garage. Yep, this is a parking garage. But it's a very cool parking garage. Do you know why it's a very cool parking garage? Follow the money. Follow the money. Yeah, this is the parking garage where Bob Woodward met with Deep Throat in the Watergate. This is the Watergate Deep Throat parking garage here in Arlington, Virginia. Mark Felt, who was with the FBI, became an informant for Woodward and Bernstein of the Washington Post, and this parking lot is where Mark Felt used to meet with Bob Woodward and steer him on the Watergate scandal. Mark Felt's identity was unknown until his death in 2005. It was kept as a secret, but this is the parking garage where Woodward and Felt would meet to discuss the Watergate case. A little bit of history next to my sub shop here in Roslyn, Virginia. Follow the money. Across across the river, you can see Georgetown University up on the hill. Well, the name of the school is the Hoyas, the nickname of the Hoyas. A lot of people just call it the Hilltop. There's sort of a nickname, what's up at the Hilltop. I think the newspaper up there is called the Hilltop, if I'm not mistaken. Or there's some newsletter. Looking into Georgetown. The commercial section of Georgetown is over there. The university section is up over there on the hill. And we're about halfway across the Potomac at this point. It's a bit windy today. So the Exorcist stairs from the movie The Exorcist are over there on the side of that building. That's the car barn. That's the old subway train, not the subway, the old streetcar barn. And we'll slip around it and go up into the campus. Well, so I literally just get here. I put the camera over there to show you what's become of the C&O Canal while it's under renovation. It's a big trash dump. And the battery dies. So that's the C&O Canal. Eventually they're going to clean it up, flood it again, hopefully soon. This is Francis Scott Key Park, and that was the Key Bridge. This is where Francis Scott Key used to have his house, but they tore it down to make the bridge. This other house, though, it's still famous. It's now the Ukrainian Embassy, but let's go take a look at it. This house now, which is the Embassy of Ukraine, prior, a couple hundred years ago, this was Forrest Marbury's house. Now, Marbury is famous because of the legal case Marbury versus Madison. In 1803, the Supreme Court established the concept of judicial review of the legislative branch, essentially putting the Supreme Court as a co-equal branch of the legislative and the executive branch. That was Marbury versus Madison, and this is the house that Marbury lived in. Across the street is a modern landmark. That is Georgetown Cupcake, made famous by the Learning Channel's reality TV show called Georgetown Cupcake, telling you the life and trials of living in a cupcake restaurant in Washington, D.C. It is always packed with tourists, but I think right now you have to order in advance. You can't like walk in and they have like hundreds of cupcakes you get to choose from. You have to go online. So no cupcakes for me today. So I'm on a bike again because my DJI battery went dead, and we're going to test out the image stabilization on a cobblestone street with an iPhone 12. I don't think it's going to be that good, unless they can balance perfectly on the train track in the middle of the street. These are the old streetcar tracks that run through Georgetown. Ugh. And they are a real pain to stay on the smooth part. Let's head up to the university. It's kind of tricky, yeah? Another block and then we'll be on a smooth street. I hope. Oh. Alright, we lost it. We got it. Sorry about the wind noise. I need to put something on my iPhone. We made it. The seat was really loose. I just wiped out I just turned 90 degrees to the left. My body turned to the right. Where should we go? Let's cut across campus. There's a few students back. So it's 15 minutes after the hour. I think it must be about 1:15. Okay, so that was a little trip around the city. I came back to edit this video again, and guess what happened? Yeah, watch your ears. Twice in 2 days. Get the go bag. Yeah, another fire alarm, but another false alarm again.
Anyway, I finally got this edited. We're going to upload this. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, all that. And thanks a lot for watching. We'll keep showing you different parts of ZC, and we'll try to answer your questions whenever we can. See you soon. Bye-bye.